So the speed of the action is very, very important. Now, there was a man that came to the Kotzker Rebbe, right? The Kotzker Rebbe, Rav Kahana used to say, I'm a Ritai ben Chositz, right? But there's a few Rebbes, like he was very close with the Rebbe of Gor, and he was very with the Kotz. Because Kotsk used to always say, there's no place for a man in the middle of the road. The middle of the road is for horses. You have to take a side, right? The Kotzker was very strong, right? So just explain who we're talking about here. So the man comes to the Kotzker, and he says, Rebbe, you must pray for me. I need very, very immediately Parnasad Tova. I'm in trouble. He says, well, why don't you pray for it? He says, I have a problem with prayer. I'm not good at prayer. I just can't pray. He says, well, then what I hear is you don't have a problem with Parnassah. You have a problem with prayer. Think about that. We think that we have a certain problem. But when we really think about it, that problem is the superficial problem and not the spiritual problem. We are given a superficial problem to deal with the spiritual problem, and not the other way around. And that's what the Kotzker is telling us. As I was coming here, I think everyone knows this story, but it's so important, and I'll finish with that story. I just went by, walking here to the Beit Knesset of Munkach, and the story of the Munkacher Rebbe, where that we learn everyone. It's good to hear it again. Of the most loved story that I love from Shlomo. Rabbi Shlomo was the Munkacher Rebbe. He's a businessman who's stuck when the Nazis start taking over, and he goes to the Munkacher because he hears he's got a special passport to get him back to his family and his children and get them out before it's too late. So the Rebbe says, I don't have a passport like that, go away. So he begs, please, you must help me. I know you do. Yeah, I can't help you. Really, I'm nobody. I don't have any passports. And he cries and he screams and tears come out and he's not willing to move. I'm not going. Until the Rebbe agrees and he goes inside and he comes out after hours wet with tears and sweat, and he gives him this passport. Immediately he goes out with the passport and gets stopped by two Nazis.
It's just an empty piece of paper, right?
I'm not the author. I don't know anything.
You're trying to end
I'm
the
sure
story.
you're right.
No, that's not.
You can ask Zivi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zivi's more of a
One
maiden.
piece of paper.
Okay.
But it could be. What do I know? I don't know. So he gets stopped by these two Nazis, gives them the passport. Oh, he gets moved on to the train, gets stopped again on the train. Also, two more Nazis, gets a passport. The kid, so he shows his passport in every place, gets back to his family, is able to get his children and his wife out and get out of Nazi land. The kid, so at the end of his days, he says, like the Munkacher said, not to give until you're about to die. Anywhere about this passport or where you got it. He asked for one request, to be buried with the passport at the end of his days. Because he said, if this passport can open up so many gates in this world, think about how many gates it can open in the next world. And I know I'm making a lot of mistakes in the story, but the point is that the passport is the Jewish heart, and we all have our passports, and we all are lands and countries and worlds in ourselves. And it's hard sometimes with different things that we go through life when we put up our guards and we don't want to share our passports with other people. And when we share those passports, it opens up gates and it opens up barriers. And the time of Elul is the time that we have to open up our hearts and the hearts of everybody else. So I bless me and I bless you and I bless us all that we can give each other our passports and really, really open up the gates this time so that it's enough, right? The Rebbe said that the first thing we'll say to the Mashiach, how come you came so late? Right? It's time already, enough. We have to open up the passports. We have to lay down our barriers, let down our guards, let down our defense system. Not be worried about people who are going to say, Shmuel, you're not a man. How come you're acting like such a baby? Or why are you crying? Right? Someone used to tell me when I would hear a pigua and people dying on buses, and I would cry and say, what kind of man are you? We don't have to be afraid anymore. We just have to let it all out. We have to open our hearts. Bezrat Hashem, when we start giving each other our passports, and that's Shlomo, he gave his passport to so many Jews. Thousands and thousands and thousands of Jews came back to Judaism and came back to each other through these passports. And that's what we have to do ourselves. Bezrat Hashem. Cool. I'd like to make one more song tribute to Eddie Driven. Eddie Driven taught us all how to be Jewish men and proud Jews. Eddie Driven, who was a true Jewish cowboy and raised cattle out west, came straight from Korea, from the war in a special unit, never left again, spent his whole life for the Jewish people in the land of Israel, went straight to Israel, asked where the war is. They told him, go to the Negev by Sde Boker. So he went and joined with Sde Boker, the time in Ben Gurion. And I could tell thousands of stories, but he used to love when I played the harmonica and sang different songs. But one of the first Jewish songs that is known in America, and everyone sings it, but nobody knows it's a Jewish song. One of the Shirei Am, how do you say it? The folk songs of America, one of the, maybe the most famous, is called She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain. And the song is about bringing in the Shabbat. She'll be coming round the mountain is the Shabbat queen. And we'll all come out to meet her, is the Jewish people meeting Shabbat. And we'll all have chicken and dumplings, right? It's the soup with the knedlech, right? The chicken soup and knedlech. And anyone that knows the song, sing along. Anyone that doesn't, play and sing anyway. Yeah, but you can do it afterwards. She'll be coming round the mountain. And we'll all build the temple when she comes. And we'll all build the temple when she comes. Oh, we'll all build the temple and we'll pray with Messiah. We'll finally have the redemption when she comes. Yeah!
My mom knows that song.
Every mom knows that song.
Turn around, let's wait for it. Dina says hi. Wait, what's she hearing? You got a volume control. Oh, you'll be so sorry. Oh, good.
And that dirty little coward who shot Rabbi Kahana and laid Jesse James in his grave.
Well, I'm saying good night. Thank you. Thank you.
You're famous.
Thank you.